The letter came just days before Christmas. My little girl clutched it in her hands, eyes wide, tears brimming. Remove all lights by tonight, or pay $1,000. Signed, Karen. I froze. The glow of our home, every colored bulb painstakingly strung, every wreath in place, threatened to vanish. I could hear my daughter whisper, "Daddy, they're taking Christmas away." And that's when I realized. This wasn't just about lights. It was about someone trying to steal our joy, our tradition, our home itself. That night, I couldn't sleep. The glow of the neighborhood's darkened houses pressed against my window like a warning. I thought about Karen, standing somewhere in her perfect white house across the street, arms crossed, watching, waiting. The next morning, little notes started appearing. Lights too bright. Neighborhood rules violation. Complaint received. Every neighbor seemed on edge, whispering about her. Some avoided eye contact. Others left quietly, worried their lights might be next. And then, something strange happened. A single strand of our lights went out. No storm, no power surge. Just darkness. I walked outside and saw a shadow slipping across the yard. A figure in a red scarf, unmistakably her, disappearing before I could call out. That's when I knew. This Christmas wasn't going to be ordinary. Something bigger, more controlling, was coming. And it wasn't just about lights anymore. Our house had always been the heart of Christmas on this street. Every year, we spent days untangling lights, hanging wreaths, and baking cookies to share with neighbors. This year was different. My little girl, Lily, had lost her mother. She clung to me every night, whispering, "Daddy, can we still have Christmas?" I wanted to say yes. I wanted to promise her that nothing could take our joy away. But Karen's shadow loomed over us, literally and figuratively. I remembered the first Christmas after my wife passed. Lily had laughed when she saw the tree lights, even though I could barely smile. She deserved that joy again. She deserved hope. Neighbors had begun noticing the tension. Mr. Thompson, from 2 doors down, stopped by with hot cocoa. I heard about the letters. Don't let her ruin this for your family. Every small act of support gave me strength. It wasn't just about Christmas lights anymore. It was about protecting family, memories, and dignity. And yet, every knock on the door, every note slipped under the mat, reminded us that Karen wasn't done. She was watching, scheming, waiting for us to break. But we wouldn't. Not this year. It started subtly. A neighbor reported that their lights were too flashy, and Karen showed up at their door. By the third house, word spread. She wasn't just enforcing rules, she was obsessed. Then came the notice that made my stomach drop. It wasn't just a warning anymore. Karen had drafted a neighborhood-wide ban. Every single Christmas decoration had to be approved by her. No wreaths, no lights, no inflatable Santas. The penalty? A fine for each violation. But the real shock came the night she personally came to our house. She wasn't an HOA board member anymore. The paperwork revealed she had been removed months ago for harassment. Yet, she forged the signatures of the board, presenting herself as the authority. She climbed our steps, pointing at the lights, and sneered. "You either take them down, or pay for every bulb you hung." I froze. It was insane, illegal, audacious. And yet, despite her fake authority, the fear she inspired was real. Neighbors whispered about moving, some even considered compliance. But in that moment, looking at Lily's face, I knew. We weren't going to back down. She had lied, cheated, and broken the rules herself. And now, it was time for us to fight back. That night, I stayed up, pacing the living room, watching our lights flicker. Something didn't feel right. Karen wasn't just enforcing rules, she was targeting us personally. The next morning, I found her notes slipped under our door, meticulous, obsessive, even referencing things from our backyard I hadn't mentioned to anyone. It wasn't random. She had been stalking us, cataloging every decoration, every step we took, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Then came the call from Mr. Thompson. Check the HOA emails from last month, she's been sending fake complaints under multiple fake accounts. I opened the inbox. Screenshots. Forged emails. Complaints about every neighbor who dared light up a single bulb. She had been building a case to take control of the whole street. But here's the twist, Karen had underestimated one thing, the town's love for tradition and community. Neighbors who once stayed quiet began sharing videos, documenting the decorations, even posting photos online. Every fake complaint she made was being exposed in real time. I realized then, this wasn't just our fight. It was every family's fight. And if we played this right, she wouldn't just fail. She'd crumble under the weight of her own obsession. Christmas Eve arrived, and the tension was unbearable. Karen started down the street, clipboard in hand, ready to enforce her ban. But this time, the street was different. Every house had lights blazing. Every neighbor stood outside, cameras in hand, phones recording. Flags waved. Wreaths shimmered. It wasn't just defiance, it was unity. Karen tried to argue, shouted about fines and rules. But no one listened. Emails, videos, and documentation exposed her fake authority. The HOA board confirmed she had no power. Neighbors had taken a vote on social media, broadcasting the results live. She was humiliated in front of the entire community. By the end of the night, Karen was gone, her threats powerless against the town's collective spirit. I watched Lily's face light up, reflecting the glow of thousands of bulbs. The joy she feared losing was restored, stronger than ever. Because in that moment, we weren't just defending Christmas lights. We were defending tradition, family, and freedom. She tried to take our holiday away. But all she did was remind us why it matters to stand together. The night was calm, the street glowing like a river of stars. Every house, every tree, every light flickered in celebration, a victory not just for us, but for the entire neighborhood. Lily hugged me tight, eyes sparkling. "Daddy, we won Christmas back." I smiled, realizing she had no idea just how brave she had made me feel. This wasn't only about lights. It was about community. It was about standing for what's right, even when one person tries to silence everyone else. Karen had tried to control, to frighten, to erase our joy. But she had underestimated something she could never touch. Our love for family, our bond with neighbors, our right to celebrate freely. That night, as we walked together through the glowing street, I whispered. They can't take your light, they can't take your heart, and they can never take your courage. Because sometimes, the smallest bulbs shine the brightest. And the strongest families shine even brighter. True joy can't be banned, it's shared, celebrated, and defended. Every neighborhood has its secrets, and every Karen leaves her mark. If you love true HOA stories like this, make sure to watch more on our channel, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life neighborhood drama. Thank you.